we have the Thinkorswim platform. So this is on the phone right now, right? So, all right. So this is on the phone. So what I want you guys to do, I'm gonna show you an example of how to get into a trade and then how to get out of a trade. And I'm gonna give you an example. Let's see. The last trade was the NVIDIA trade that I showed you, right? So the expiration date was for today, but we're gonna look at next week's expiration date. All right. So let's pull it up. So all you're gonna do when you Thinkorswim platform, right? So on the Thinkorswim platform, once you come in this page right here is the general page that you should see on your phone. So at the top right, where that little magnifying glass is, all you would do, you tap that. Once you tap it, what you want to do, you want to type in whatever stock that you're looking to trade. So primarily anytime, so something that I do every time for the guys that are in my premium server, anytime that I get into a trade, I always give everybody a heads up. I always let you know in advance what contract price that I'm going to be filling. Right. And this is to get you prepped, to get you ready. So what you would be doing, so like with the NVDA trade, I would tell you, hey, I'm looking to get into NVDA, be ready if I send it. So what you would do, all you would do, you come in, you type NVDA, right? And once you type it, you want to go to whatever the contract price. So automatically, it might come up to this right here, to the charts, where you see the tab where it says chart, news. What you want to do, you want to make sure that you go to the options tab, right? You want to make sure that you go to the options tab. When you come to the options tab, this is your expiration date is going to be over here. Your expiration date is going to be over here. So what you want to do, first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to the expiration date. So the signal that I had sent out was NVDA, July 28, $490 call at 81 cents. Given that those contracts expired already, so we're going to look at, I'm going to pick a random contract for August 4th, which would be next Friday's expiration. Right. So say if I wanted to get into some calls. So on the left side, we have our calls. Right. So this is our option chain. For those that don't know, this is the option chain right here. So on the left side are going to be your calls. On the right side are going to be your puts. So something that you always want to make sure that's properly on, where it says strike in the middle, you see it says strikes. You want to tap that. When you type that, you want to make sure that all your strikes are on. You want to make sure that all your strikes are on. All right. And then just make sure that's done. Once that's done, you want to come in here. You're going to go to the expiration date. We're going to go to August 4th. On the left side, we have our calls. On the right side, we have our puts. And in the middle is the strike price. All right. Remember, the strike price, that's your exercise price. So we're looking to get into some calls. So say if for whatever reason I sent that signal out, right, we're going to get into some calls. So we're going to look at let's look at the $510 strike price. We're going to look at we'll choose that as an example, right? It's at $105. So it would be this one right here. All right. So this is the $510. So it's this strike price right here, as you can see. All right. So what you would do as soon as you tap it, right, this page is going to come up. This is your order editor. This is the page that's going to come up right here. When this page comes up, what you want to do, you see where it says buy, you see where it says sell. You always want it to say buy. We're always buying. We're not selling. Also, let me go back one more time, right? So before I forget, at this top right here where it says strike, next to it, you see it says volume. Next to it, you see it says ask and bid, right? So you always want to buy it at the ask price. Always want to buy it at the ask price. So say if you tap bid, it's automatically going to go to sell. You always want to buy at the ask price. So ask price, it'll take you here. All right. And then once it gets you here, you want this to be green. You want your buy to be the green. You don't want it to be sell. All right. So this is going to be here. And what you would do, you would adjust how many contracts that you want to buy. All right. Whether it's 1, 5, 10, however many contracts you want to buy. Mind you, I'm giving you the heads up already about what contract that I'm getting ready to fill. I'm getting ready to buy. So you know exactly what we're getting. So now, therefore, in terms of your risk management, you should know by looking at those contracts. So this contract, one contract costs $105. So automatically, based on your account size, you should know what your risk management should be. So say if you have a $10,000 account size, you'll know, hey, between 1% and 5%, that's the max I'm going to go into a trade. So that means anywhere from 1% to 5%, that's where you'd be looking to get in a trade, right? That can range from $100 to $500. If you want to go 10%, that would be, you're looking at $1,000. So therefore, you wouldn't buy anything more than that $1,000. Say if you wanted to go 10%, but 5%, that means $500. So what you would do, right? You would pretty much be right there. So it said 528, but being that you want to manage your risk, you want to keep it below $500. So you get 4 contracts. So say if you go 1 to 5%. And for those that don't know what your risk management should be, right? I have a risk management. I'll show you guys afterwards. I'll show you guys in the server as well. I have a breakdown of what you should be using to get in every trade. I have a breakdown for you guys to see, right? So what you would do now, right? Based on what your risk manager, you'll pick out how many contracts. And then when it says market or limit, stop. This is where you want to pick between market order or limit order. Remember, like I said, market order, you're looking at an instant fill. Limit order, you're looking at 105, $1.05, $105 or better. One option contract, again, remember, it goes to 100 shares. So therefore, you have to multiply 100 times the 105. And we're getting 4 contracts, right? So what we want to do now, right? We want to look at buying it at the stop loss. I'm going to show you. We're going to do a stop loss just so you can see, right? So what you want to do, you're going to toggle it over to where it says stop. And once you toggle it over to where it says stop, the entry price is $1.05. That's your entry price. So where it says stop, what you want to do, you want to adjust that to whatever you want to get out of the trade with. So say if 10% or 15% is where you want to get out, you just adjust it or type into whatever you want to get out. So say if $1.05 and you want to get out at worst case scenario, 95 cents, right? All you would do, you type that in. So if that stock were to come down to 95 cents, automatically it would fill for a loss. You would not lose any more than whatever that percentage is, whether it's 10% or 15%. So just like I said, I give you a heads up. I'm getting ready to get into this contract. So all you're doing, you're just sitting tight and waiting for me to come and send out the signal. When I send out the signal, right, you have your stop loss set already. So as soon as you enter that trade, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, the trade is going against me. Do I close it and do I not close it? You automatically know what you're risking for that trade. You're not risking any more than that 10, 15% because you already did the math. You already did the numbers. And then just like I said, if you're going to have a stop loss, you want to also have a limit. You want to not only prepare for a loss, but you want to prepare for a win as well. All right. You want to prepare for a win as well. So what you would do, where it says stop, you're going to move it over. You're going to go to stop limit. And for stop limit, right? Stop, remember, that's your stop loss. The limit, that's going to be your take profit. Where it says MAN and underneath it, it says limit, that's going to be your take profit. And in there, this is where you're going to adjust it to where you want to take profit at. All right. So you want to adjust it so where it can be 15, 20, 30%. You do the math, right? You keep it 2 to 1. So where it'll be, say, if you're going 20% profit, you can do 10% stop. You could adjust it however you want based on whatever your risk management strategy is or however much you're looking to get into that trade. Every trade that I go into, my goal is not a specific percentage. Is I trade based on the price action. However, you don't have to hold it as long as I do, and you don't have to take profit when I do. This is why I always say take profit when you're comfortable. So therefore, you can adjust it. You can do whatever you want with it. So this is where if you want to get out with 30% profit and the stock is doing phenomenal, right? Being that you have your take profit in the stock, if it hits $1.30, right, it's automatically going to get you a fill. So you're going to have automatic stop loss at 95 cents, and you're going to have an automatic take profit at $1.30. Either direction, you're going to have an out. And all you would be doing at the top right where it says review, all you're going to do is you're going to just tap the review, and it's going to bring you in here, right? Once you tap that review, it's going to bring you in here. As simple as that. And then at the bottom, you're going to tap send, and then it would get into the trade. So now I'm going to show you if you are in profit, if you're making profit, right, how you can set a trail stop. So say if we're winning the trade, right, we're winning the trade, trade is going well. You had a stop limit, right? So now you want to adjust it. So what you would do, you see where it says positions, you go to positions. There's nothing open now, and this is a coaching account. But say if you want to trade, it would show a trade there, but it's nothing now because the market is closed and we're not in anything. But you tap in a position and you click on whatever open position that you have. And when you click on it, it would show up like this. This is what it would look like. So being this is what it would look like, what you would do, right? It's automatically going to say sell. You would just switch, as opposed to market or limit order. You want to do a trail stop. So you're going to move it over, look for the trail stop, go to trail stop. All right. So instead of market or limit order, you're going to do a trail stop. And for your trail stop, remember, it has to be above whatever the entry price is. Whatever you enter that trade at, whether it's $1, it has to be above $1 because it guarantees you an automatic fill for profit. Right. So just go back just so you can see. We're looking to get out of the trade. This is the trade is $1.05. Right. That's how much we paid for it. And say if the contract price right now is currently at $1.15, right? $1.15. Right. Well, what you would see, you'd say sell right here. So you'd move that to trail stop. Right. And then trail stop, say if it's at $1.15, where it says mark and it says minus 0.10. I'm going to show you just right here. I'm adjusting it. Right. So whatever the current contract price is, you're just going to toggle that over to however much you want to subtract from that price. And that will be your fill price. So say if it's at $1.30, you entered at $1.05 and you want to get out worst case scenario, 15% profit, $1.20 or whatever the math is on that one. What you would do from $1.30, you just do minus 10. Say if you want to get out at $1.25, you would just do the minus 0.5. So automatically it would fill at that price. It would automatically give you a fill. So you won't have to worry about anything. And you can always go back and adjust. So say if the stock is continuing to go up, it's continuing to rise, you can go back, cancel, and replace that order. And then you adjust it. You keep adjusting it, right? Or you can just leave one runner, just let it run, right? And adjust it for you to take profit in that last one. And all you would do at the top right, you would click on review and then come to the bottom and you would hit send. As simple as that. And that's how you get out of a trade. That's entering the trade and that's getting out of the trade. Thank you guys. I appreciate your time. Can you guys do me one favor? One thing I ask of you guys, if you guys enjoyed this, if this was helpful, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel.